think that's kind of why I'm sort of like versatile, because I kind of understand, you know, the the issues, and the pros and cons of like life in general. Considering the fact that most situations that I've been a part of, like I'd probably say like 70-80% of them has been like bad experiences, and I don't put the blame on anybody. Like obviously that was for me to go through, and to like, you could talk about your past. It's never going to change. You went through that, and people try and delete the past, and they try and move forward. I try and use it as an opportunity to learn from it and grow, and I try and say history, and I think being Dino and making these freestyles and even replaying them, and you know listening to them, and thinking to myself, bro, you know I'm crazy for even wanting to put my arm out there or my hand out there, and literally offering a person respect when they didn't want to give me any sort of respect. And so you know it's something for me that I do think a lot more of, and I try not to, but I try not to let my past life, you know but then obviously you think of like I obviously talk about this generation, especially like when I say like training in this gym, and wanting to be around more guys, and looking to these men, whatever, like for a little bit of inspiration, so I could learn from them, because obviously when you think about this generation, it's like we're all here, bro. You know what I mean? Like we're all men. You know what I mean? Like we're all we're all human. We've all gone through different experiences. We've all had like we have like a story to tell, right? And like obviously I'm here to do my own thing, and you're here to do your own thing, and I think that's kind of why when I try and say like when I was there, I wanted to train with those guys, have a conversation with those guys, and I built like this sort of friendship with a lot of them, and I look to a lot of them for like guidance and inspiration, and and I think about it now, it's like when you look at posts of people being featured in posts of videos, you don't see people just having a good time, or wanting to have a good time. You just see people in posts, and you kind of build this sort of like interpretation or impression of a person, and I think that's kind of what changes. Like when I say it like that, like looking at man for inspiration, it's like the thing is when I say this as well, because it's like most people in my family, should be, caring and respectful, and not only that, but like protective of, their family, because it's like you only have one family at the end of the day. And you know when you think about the older generation, or like obviously when you think about your grandparents, they didn't have the time to spend with you, because they were always working all the time in factories, and they had jobs to do, and money to bring in, and stuff to do. And you think about how much this generation has changed, to the point where it's like there's no excuses. If you want to spend time with somebody, you can spend time with somebody. And I think when I was a firewalker, training at that gym, I looked at that more, and I said, you know what, yeah, you're right. Like life is too short. You know what I mean? You want to spend time with that person, and get to know that person, and be friends with that person. You should just do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not going to lose anything at the end of the day. And I think, when I look at like 2006, 2009, Highfields, leaving Springdale from that year to go to Highfields, to then only be there for 4 months, 2010, New Park. And then, like it's really difficult to think. I've had like some interesting experiences and friendships along the way, and it's just one of those things that I think about a lot, because I've done it all. What I'm saying, I've done it all. I've been through it all. So, and I don't want to make any excuses. I just want to be the best artist in the country. So that's what I am, and that's what I'll be.